Good evening, viewers. This is Elvire Theron, and we're having our wellness coaching session. And it's our way of giving back to the community in fighting COVID-19. And tonight, I'm so privileged to have some very special people on board here with me. And I'll give them a second to introduce themselves just now. So tonight is our fourth session. I'm very excited because I love transformation and I love seeing how people grow and go from point A to Z. And tonight I've got Dr. Leah in the house and Pastor Roberto all the way from Oranjemund. And then we've got Jennifer Beaver all the way from Windhoek, but I'll give each of them a chance just to introduce themselves. Doctor, I think you can go ahead. Welcome. I'm very excited tonight, and great things are about to happen. So, Doctor, kindly introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Dr. Leah. I'm a veterinarian and I'm from Windhoek, and I'm here to learn, and we've been enjoying the past weeks of wellness coaching and I've been growing so much, and I'm ready to share with you what we have today.
Awesome. Welcome, Doctor. So, Pastor Roberto, you can introduce yourself.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I'm Pastor Roberto, living here in Oranjemund, full-time pastor, ordained pastor from the AFM Church. And yes, I'm excited. This couple of days, I've been learning a lot from our coach, Apostle Elvire. And yes, I'm excited about what is going to happen tonight. So I want to encourage each and everyone, don't you go away, get yourself a coffee, come sit down, relax, and get a pen, get a notebook, just to get some notes done. So write some notes down. It will be awesome. It will be great. And I can't wait for what is going to happen today. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I like the vibe in the house. Jennifer, kindly introduce yourself. You can just unmute yourself. Yes.
Good evening, viewers. Good evening, listeners. Good evening, everyone on the program. I'm very excited and happy to be on the program tonight. My name is Jennifer Biva. I'm originally from the South, Marintown, but I'm residing in Windhoek. I'm a banker. Very excited to be on this program. Really seeing some progress in my sphere. It was really exciting today when I have magazine cutting out all my visions. I want to encourage each one of you that is listening, that is on the program with us. It's a good thing. You know, sometimes you stop dreaming. But since I started this program and with the coach, Apostle Vera, this is great, I start to dream again. And I'm so excited and happy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer, for your contribution. Maybe you can just check out your internet. I think it's a little bit struggling there. But I'm going to ask you, Dr. Leah, during this lockdown period, what have you been up to? What were you busy doing? And just tell us a little bit more about your fantastic lockdown time. Okay, Doctor.
For me, lockdown actually found me on a self-lockdown because I was always with my daughter from morning to sundown. So, but it gave me some time to pull back a bit to think about my life, like where am I headed? What am I doing? How is
Awesome.
actually it even started making me think of my relationship with God, like who is Christ in me, because now I'm no longer going to church. I'm no longer
Yes.
going to church at present. The churches are closed. And then you start thinking, without the church, the actual building, who am I in Christ?
All right. That's awesome. I think it's awesome reflection times, and I think Shabbat has been called upon us to rest and to focus and reflect. Pastor Roberto, kindly share with us, what have you been up to for these past weeks?
Yeah, it has been awesome. I think I've been going on a live stream. I've done some services on live stream on Facebook, but I have been busy. I've been reading a lot. Currently, I've been reading a lot, and I love to read. I love to read, but also I've also took this opportunity to write a lot. So I'm actually very surprised.
Wow, that is
Uh,
amazing.
uh, I'm actually very surprised because I've been really writing a lot, and also I think one of the days there will come out a few songs because I've written some stuff that I think I will
Wow.
also somehow.
Hey, this is
So
getting
yeah, so
great.
I'm actually surprised of myself. Yeah.
Okay, awesome stuff. I just want to, yeah, also welcome the viewers. Let me just see who's online with us tonight. We are not here alone. Dolene, Aisha, welcome. I see Nelsie, welcome. Tonight we're doing it a little bit different. I would like to see, okay, those are the ones that's on now. Kindly share uh, this video right now and invite some people. So as you are watching, kindly share and invite so we can fill up the space here, and we're going to have some fun time tonight because we are going to talk about vision again, but tonight we present vision boards. I'll do a recap of the wheel of life again, and we're going to look into a couple of things again, purpose statement again, and then we'll be sharing our visions, dreams, and teaching you how to actually design your vision, but also your vision board. So at the same time, the viewers, you are not alone. You are with us tonight. It's an online session, but I'm not alone here. I've got a great company with me, and we're gonna have an interactive session sharing. All right. So let me also ask Jennifer now. What have you been up to, Jennifer, in this time?
That actually came in very handy. The goals that I've put myself in January, I was able to reach this lockdown and being at home most of them. I have to spend more with art, reading my Bible. One of my topics this year was reading. But I could only manage one, and after I started. So with this lockdown, I did introspection, spending time with myself, doing things for myself, into my life, catching up on where am I now, where heading, reading, in study more time in the things of the Lord. So it actually came in from very hand, and I'm making use of every opportunity at home to spend time with the Lord.
All right. That's great, Jenny. Thank you for your comments there. Now I want us to jump in to tonight's session. I want to just talk a little bit about the wheel of life again, and then purpose statement. I've got some notes here tonight before we actually get to the different vision boards. So if you have your notebook ready and your pen, this is the time to make some notes. So if you can see here at the back, I have brought us the wheel of life. I hope you can see. I'll bring it a little bit closer, improvising. So the wheel of life in the ebook, You'll find it on the ebook. And as I said, if you still don't have the ebook, kindly inbox me your email address. I'll be sending it. I'm very excited. The ebook has been going to nations. Some people even in Uganda ask it from me. So kindly, from wherever you are, I'll send it for free in this COVID time. So we'll find it on one of the pages there. Let me just see which page, then I can be precise. Page 13, you'll find this wheel of life there. And as you can see, I'll try and also get in. You have an area pointing to God. And you give yourself, you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How is your relationship with God? So if you can just give me a pen there, thank you. On a scale of 1 to 10, let's say, and these are just examples, so I'm not now giving my own story here. So let's say I give myself a 5 on my relationship with God, and in family relationships, let me just say 6, and then with friendships, I'll give myself a 4. Romantic relationships, now I see these lines are a bit out, but it is fine. On romantic relationships, okay, I'll give myself a 7. Educational and personal development. And this is just an example. So please don't rate me. It's not the time to rate me. I'm rating somebody else here. So yes, let me just see. So education, personal development, how are you doing on that front? Are you busy studying? Are you just there? So on health, you can do better. My finances, will give myself that. And then fun and leisure. Oh, I know how to enjoy life. Okay. So then after you've rated yourself, then you draw a circle so that you can see in which areas in your life you need some improvement and growth, and where you actually need to grow. So I can clearly see maybe in the area of friendships, and even over there, we can actually work out some strategies of growth where we can grow. So each one circle will look different because we all lead different lives, and we all have different areas in life where we are busy growing in. I hope our viewers are still fine here with us. So that is just a recap on the Wheel of Life. And from there, now you need to find out, I'll for instance say, I can see here with friendship, it's a little bit low. So now I'll say, what is the practical steps? How can I grow in order to improve on friendships, or to invest, or to let go, or whatever the case is? It doesn't mean that you need to have a lot of friends, but you just seeing the relationships in your life other than your family. So then you design practical steps how to grow in it. And that's where what we will do later tonight. We'll talk on the practical steps as well. And then we will put some goals and work plans how to grow in it. So that is just a recap on the Wheel of Life, because it is part of it. Then I want to go to the next recap. I'll have to stand up, so just excuse me. All right, I'm very excited, and I hope our viewers are still fine. Let's see how they are doing. Nelsie, are you still there? And we've got a couple of people here tonight. Welcome, all of you. Please don't feel alone, as we are busy here and with a group assignment. Okay, this is all part of the recap. So purpose, the purpose statement, you'll find that one on page, let's just see, on page 23 of the workbook. I have just worked out something here at the bottom. I wish we had something that will actually bring the notes a little bit But purpose has to do with if time and money isn't an issue, what will you be doing? So as I was just going back and discovering myself again, I had to ask myself, who is the important aspects in my life? Is it computers, or what is the important aspects? Is it computers? Is it books? Is it people? For me, it is people. I'm a people's person. I want to develop people. So I found that I'll find my purpose in working with people and not with computer or books or all that we can do, but you can find people that's really not into people. They are doing other things, though they are developing people. So people is part of my purpose. And then I ask myself, which category of people? Is it children? Is it adults? Is it women? Is it men? Is it older people? Is it really like old people? So for me, it's actually all kinds of people, but in particular, the youth. So I have a passion for the young people, but I can deal even with a granny. So you will find yourself in there. And then you ask yourself, what do I want to do with these people? What is it that I want to do? For me, it is transformation. It's all about growth, change, bringing somebody from A to Z, empowering people, seeing people prosper, seeing people excel. I get excited when I see people going forward and celebrating them. So yeah, so for me, it's transformation, and it's in all areas. Okay. As you would know, I'm a pastor, so I'm really into souls. But besides that, it's not just preaching Jesus, but it's also allowing the people to grow, okay? In emotionally, financially, all kinds of things. Okay, now I'm saying to myself, you want to transform people. How do you want to do it? So I said to myself, I want to preach, I want to speak, I want to coach. Okay, I actually have these things here. Yeah, I want to preach, I want to speak, I want to coach. And then I said to myself, how? You know, it's all part of purpose, and it links eventually to your vision. So I said, I want to preach locally, nationally, internationally, and not just preaching, also speaking, empowering people. You know, there's different parts of speaking. There's preaching, there's teaching, there's motivational speaking, there's inspirational speaking, there's different kinds of speaking, there's training. So you can define which part is it that you want to do. And then I'm asking myself, what is the vehicle that will allow me to do this speaking that I'm talking about? So I said to myself, because for me, my heart is into media and stuff. So for me, it will be TV, radio, social media, books, magazines. So it's media, but it's one-on-one and it's groups as well. All right. So yeah, that is purpose statement. I'm just recapping. I'm bringing the other people on board, and I'm helping them to find out what is the thing that they really want to do and what are they designed to do. Okay. And now I would like to go to vision. Let me just see here. Okay, before I jump there, these things I'm just throwing in because me and Dr. Leah had an interesting exchange of information today. And I was just asking her, how do you define Leah? How do you define Leah? How do I define Elvire? How do I define Roberto? How do I define Jennifer? If you have to go out and sell yourself, what will your profile look like? How are you going to sell yourself? So for me, if I say, how do I define myself? It also talks about what is my role, what is my function, and what services does Elvire offer? So I said to myself, okay, Elvire, you are a speaker, and speaker includes the preaching that I'm passionate about. You are a speaker, you're a coach. This is what I'm doing now. Okay, but normally it's not happening all the time on these platforms. So many times it's just one-on-one, and and then I'm an author and I'm still, growing in these areas, but this is how I want to sell myself. So I'll be asking Dr. Leah and Pastor Roberto and Jennifer just now, how, if you have to put 2, 3 things under your name, not titles, but roles, functions, services. What is the service that Leah is offering to the community? And before I jump to the next thing, let me ask Leah now. Leah, how do you define Leah?
The way I define Leah is Leah. Leah is that I am a worshiper, a doctor, an entrepreneur, as well as a blogger. So when I look at my vision, which is to bring significant change to women in particular, spiritually and mentally, then I come to my purpose, which is, at the end of the day, I am all about teaching and uplifting others.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes.
That's great stuff. So Leah is, I heard you say, a worshiper, a doctor, an entrepreneur, and a blogger. Awesome stuff.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Roberto, maybe you can tell me, what is Roberto doing? What is the 3, 4 things you can say defines Roberto?
Yes, very interesting. Yeah, like you said, working with people. I love to work with people. That is my passion. That is my goal. And what defines me? I've written something here today. Is evangelism, discipling
Okay.
them, and
Mm-hmm.
and also send them out at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So is evangelism getting them in,
Mm-hmm.
affirming them,
Mm-hmm.
the gifts, the callings,
Mm-hmm.
in that process of discipleship, and then send them out
Mm-hmm.
to do the same, to get more
Oh,
in, and get people out there to live out their purpose driven life. Like you said, for instance, what kind of people I love to work with. Now, we in the church,
yes.
we work with a lot of people, and all kinds of people are visiting the church.
Yes.
But my passion is young people,
Young
and my
people.
passion
Awesome.
is this generation, my generation,
Mm-hmm.
to empower them, and so that they can fulfill their God-given destiny and dream in their season of life, and in their prophetic journey, in their time. They must
Mm-hmm.
fulfill who they are called and destined to be. So that is my
Mm-hmm.
main aim, and that's who I am. Yeah, in
Awesome,
short.
awesome, awesome. Before I go to Jennifer, I just want to tell the viewers, maybe you can type, what kind of people are you called for? Are you called for children? Are you called for business people? Are you called for young people? Just type in so that we know that we are together. So I see Darlene is here. Darlene, kindly tell me, what kind of people are you called for? Colleen, my lovely husband, let me know, what kind of people are you called for, which, in which area, which, category. I just want you also to get involved. That's the first question. What kind of people are you called to? The second one is, I want to ask, what is your role, what defines you, what is your function? Like I said, Elvira, speaker, coach, author, you give me at least 3 or 2 or 1, it doesn't matter, but I want to get you on board. So kindly let us know, what is Darlene all about. I see Nelsie is saying, I'm called for young people. I see fire in the house. Young people. So, you know, uh, uh, because there's a lot of energy when it gets to young people. But let me just throw this in. Young people, you cannot function without the older generation. They have the wisdom. So together, we're going to have an explosion, okay? So kindly, as we continue, with Jennifer now. I see Shemaine is watching. Those that are watching, kindly be with us. Tell us, who are you called for? The younger generation, older, the children, and also what is your role in society? What are you doing? How are you going to sell yourself out there? Jennifer, let us know. How are you selling yourself?
Wow, that's a great question. How am I selling myself?
Yes.
I define myself as a servant. I like to serve.
A servant also?
What am I serving the people? What am I serving? People's person. And I like to cook. So I'm serving. When you come at my house, make sure there is something. Then I'll serve you with the word of God. And I am a prayer. I have to work with women, especially my peers and young girls. The Bible and Apostle just meant that the older women teach the youngs, and I love to do. Whenever I encounter with girls or with women,
Wow.
I like imitation. I try to teach them, train them, make sure they are not lost in the world and they find their feet in the world. So I'm a servant. I'm a people's person, and I love to work with people, especially women and young girls.
Wow, I think she's
You-
been very clear. She loves young women, and she's a servant, and that is awesome. That is such an important role in life. Okay, so I want us now to actually uh, before I'm going to share on vision and mission, this is where the exciting part is. I'm going to invite my team members to now just share their vision, and then I'll just come in there afterwards. So I'll I'll start with Pastor Roberto, that you can maybe just share your vision, show us your vision board, explain it to us. You know, the reason why we're doing this, just a minute, I see Kali, my husband says, I'm called for the elder generation, youngsters as well. I think I love to serve people. My husband is a servant. He serves. I mean, we're all servants at the end of the day, but some people are just anointed to do it, you know. And Dorleen says, I am I'm called for the less privileged, okay, to be a voice for them. Just need to work on this for broken women. Dorleen is called for broken women. So Nelsie, let us know, what are you called for? I'll just interrupt so in the meanwhile, so that we don't leave you behind. But this is the place where I want now, that I've been looking forward the whole day to. So I'll ask Pastor Roberto to start with sharing his vision, showing us his vision board, and then explaining to us where does he see himself and maybe even his family in the next 5 to 10 years. Pastor Roberto, the floor is yours.
I'm not jumping the gun with the whole thing, but I think where I really want to see myself in the next few months is traveling the world. After this lockdown, I think I really want to travel.
Get out, get wings and fly.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope everyone can see my board. I will explain to you, and I will try to get a little bit closer to whenever I explain the board. Now, first of all, what we need to understand in terms of vision, yes, I think Elvira will share it on a later stage, but I do think in terms of our vision is it will manifest as God, uh, as you journey with God. You will
Yes,
begin
yes.
to see on your journey, on your prophetic journey, you will begin to see things come in place, and stuff come in place. You won't just, for instance, get one thing or everything. You won't get, for instance, because I've seen in my life, I've been growing up in Wolfish Bay. I've been involved in youth ministry. I've been involved in the choir. I've been involved in the worship team. I think I've been involved in the community also, like for instance in the community choir, and I've been involved in a lot of community work also. So I have seen that how God have developed me over the years, and every year you just see how your stuff and how your destiny is coming in fulfillment, and how God is just increasing the whole thing. So now tonight I will share with you that for instance, um, I will just share a few. It's not everything that is already in place, but I will share with you the stuff that is in place and the stuff that me and my wife are currently busy with. Some of the stuff we really are trusting God for and praying about it, and also using wisdom in this time to get it also in
Yes.
place. But first of all, before I start, I want to acknowledge Elvira. I really want to acknowledge that I'm so excited about this whole thing, and I really want to encourage you. Don't stop with this. Just keep on proceeding on with this, because when she phoned me and we had a chat, and I really needed to go back to my whole vision and dust off everything. And since yesterday, even late in the evening, me and my wife, we started to chat, and we started to write things down. Even today when she came back from work, we started to put things together, and it was so fun and so interesting for you as a couple to work together
Awesome.
on
Awesome.
on the God-given vision. So I'm excited. So for
Wow.
those of you that are still there, please listen up and don't go away, because I believe what we and what Elvira will share would really impact your life. So yeah, first of all, if you can see here in my circle, I have drawn a circle. If you can see here, there is an eagle.
Wow. Hmm.
So I identify myself as an eagle. For those of
Wow.
you who know me, I'm a crazy type of person, and
For sure.
and stuff like that. So I think, and not I think, I know I have the characteristics of an eagle. I identify myself with the eagle. Eagle have sharp vision. Eagles fly high. Most of the time, my eagle find himself alone. Stuff like that. And so I define myself with an eagle. So what me and my wife, this is now our personal stuff. This is not, and that's why I must also say we are currently co-pastoring a church with my father-in-law, and the church have their own vision statement, their own mission statement, and everything. So this is not the vision of the church. Okay, kan ons net
Yeah.
dit uitkry. This is our personal
Personal.
ministry,
Yes.
personal ministry vision for our lives. Okay. So first of
Awesome.
all, this is the eagle. If you can see, is like we have designed, and this is not complete, but we have designed an emblem. Do we call it the emblem?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then we call it cutting edge generation,
Mm-hmm.
because we believe we've been called on the cutting edge. We believe we've been called on the cutting edge. We have the ministry of restoration and reconciliation,
Yeah.
and that is who we are. We are Isaiah 60's generation, arise and shine. We are that
Mm-hmm.
people, and so we define ourselves with that also. And what we have here, because of our youthfulness, and because we focus on young people, we have this in place, what we call revival youth camps.
Awesome. Wow.
We've been involved in camps before, and also we also want to do a camp also this year in Namibia. We are really trusting God. As soon as the lockdown go off, we will see how we will do it. But we also
Mm-hmm.
want to really do a revival camp. We've been involved in South Africa with great people, great
Mm-hmm.
people. We've been involved with them. So what happens at the youth camp, at the revival youth camp, is really to get young people, especially youth leaders, and worship leaders to impact their lives, to ignite them with the fire of the Holy Spirit, to get them back to their churches, to unite, to ignite their young people and their community again. So,
Yes.
as you know, at youth camps, there's a lot of fun. There is sports activities, like you see, there's soccer.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see there. Now, I
Okay.
can't play soccer, but
Rare.
there's yes, there is brave warriors.
Okay.
Okay, so that, and then also, yeah, what is also, yeah, if you can see, yeah, let me just, sorry for me moving a little bit around, Elvira, is everything still okay?
Yes, it is okay.
If you can see, yeah, I don't, if you really can see, what's happening here, here's a group of young people that is sitting together discussing some stuff. Now, I have a heart and a passion. We have a heart and a passion for young people. So one of the things that is that we are really prayerful of, praying God for is trusting God, to set up a youth center. And and what happens at the youth center? There will be arts, there will be crafts, there will be poetry,
Wow.
training, a drama. Because I don't know, some of you don't know, but I've done a little bit of drama when I was in school.
Mm-hmm.
I've been involved in theater drama, doing in SS the Dana. You can ask people. We've been traveling with the drama group before. I've been involved in my youth years. I'm still young actually, but when I was involved in Wolfies Bay, and I've been involved. I've been a leader of a drama group, and we have done some drama stuff, but also dancing. I don't know if you know, we also love to dance, and my wife loved to dance. So she loved to teach
Amazing.
young people about dancing. So this is our passion. Young people is our passion, and I think, we have seen this all around, not just in church, but we have seen this, and this is some of the ways that young people can really express themselves. I remember there's one day we had an awesome event at our church, youth event at our church, and
Yeah.
we've been inviting a lot of young people to get involved. And one of the young girls in the church, she have done poetry.
Wow.
She just came up and she told me she wanted to do poetry, and I said yes, do it. And she went, and she that evening she came up and she have done poetry. It was awesome. I'm telling you, it was awesome. So, and there was break dancing, there was hip hop, and there was just it was just awesome to see how the young people express themselves, and through their gifts and through their talents.
Yeah.
Are we still
That-
there?
Yes, we are still
And
there.
then what we have, I'm trying to keep this as short and sweet because I don't want to take a lot of time. So what you see
Okay.
here, then we have, what we call revival tours.
Revival
Last year
tour.
I was last year what we did, we went, to 6 different towns in Namibia, and we can't wait for the lockdown, to for the country to be open again, because we will travel again with our group of young people, singers, dancers, preachers. It will be awesome. It will be powerful. We can't wait again because we already have signed up 3 towns already. So we are
Wow.
excited to tour again with the young people, and just take the revival fire, at night the young people all around. And we last year we were at Apostle Elvira's church,
Yes, yes.
and
It
I
was
think she
awesome.
can confirm that
Amazing.
it was
Yes.
super awesome.
Excellent.
Then the other thing, some of you that don't know, I have what we call in Afrikaans, klein salwentjies. We have what we call, doing some business also while we are preaching, and while we are full
Awesome.
time, we are also doing some business, because I believe that. So this is the one thing that we have here, is, I don't see if you can see here, what we call, Kingdom Network. This is something that is really on my heart, and we can't wait to start off with it also, because, where we will have Kingdom Network seminars to empower, to teach and to train kingdom
Amazing.
businessmen and women of God. I've been
Wow.
fortunate enough to to visit some of these seminars in South Africa, where
Mm-hmm.
I've met great men and great women of God that is pastoring a church and have 5 to 6 businesses. And
Awesome
I believe
stuff.
it's time. Yes, I
Yes.
believe it's time that the church must wake up and get back the money in the church, get it back.
Yes.
So, our focus is kingdom business. Our focus is believers to empower them, to train them, equip them, to get them out there to do business.
Mm-hmm.
And also, something that is very dear to my heart. Sometimes me as a full-time pastor, that I know there's a lot of people that really want to go full time in ministry, but then
Yeah,
again they must go because they have a family, they must work and all those kind of
that's
stuff
right.
to provide for their family. So they can put in their whole weight in the ministry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we have this in place, and connect together, I think we can help one another, and also empower one another, also to get that minister in to do business. Because I believe we are not just priests, but we are also kings.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ was a priest and he was a king, you know. So I believe we can also do that. Also get our
Okay.
pastors and full-time ministers to that. Then the last one I think for now is families. As you can see, there is families.
Mm-hmm.
Um, families is very important, very dear to my heart. We can only build church, we can only build communities if we have healthy families.
Healthy
So our focus
families.
is
Yes.
our focus is also families. Do what you see, do wedding seminars. That is
Mm-hmm.
also our focus. Now, I can't do this
Okay.
alone because I think Elvira will help me, because I think, how many years are you now? We are 5 years. We are turning 5 years in marriage, me and my
Yes.
wife.
Yes. We are still young. We are still young.
But I think
7.
I think I think we can say something. I do think, but I, I
Because
I
the,
love
the
you.
the first years are very difficult, and I mean that's where the divorce rate are
Yeah.
very high. So I think we can say something on the first years.
Yeah, so this is also very, very important. This is also one of our ministries, and this is also what we love doing. And then again, as youth also, this is also a curriculum I'm working on and working with, to empower
Hey,
youth leaders
awesome.
and to develop them. And yeah, just to quickly, before you switch to somebody else, I think what happens in most places and in most churches, there is not a lot of focus in marriages.
Yes.
And that's why we have seen a lot of loss and a lot of damages that have been taken place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if we want to see healthy communities, we must start with our families. Very important. We must start with our families. I think for us, we were fortunate enough, and I think us still, that there is people that have been speaking and are speaking into our life.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
but in the
Always
beginning of
needed.
in the beginning of the year in the beginning of the year or two, it was a little bit difficult, you know but because we were living in different places.
Yeah.
And so we got married so soon, and we jump in, and there's a lot of things we have to learn. So also with this, we don't just want to talk to couples. We also want to talk to single people,
Yes.
because you must know some stuff before you get into marriage.
Yes. Be prepare
um
them.
so yes, so that is also, so get yourself ready, because we must do that.
I'm starting to think already,
I'm
Yes.
starting to think, we must do like single camps and single meetings where we invite all these Christian single people, and
Yes.
empower them, give them tools, and give them ways to
Yeah.
project themselves in life, if that is the right word. But to present themselves in life. The Bible says, present yourself as a holy your body
Mm-hmm.
as a holy sacrifice. So, you must look presentable and live presentable, not just look, but also have that character. And I think
Oh,
if
yeah.
we can help them, I think
Yes.
uh, we can reach a lot in the kingdom of God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now, that's all. The other thing that I've missed out is the supernatural schools. Something that is very dear to my heart is supernatural schools. That is also the thing we are doing in the revival tours. And my vision my vision is really to activate people, activate
Yes.
young people, the now generation, to activate them in their callings and in their gifts, so that they can do what God have designed them to do, to
Awesome.
live a legacy on the earth,
Yes. That is
to live a
awesome.
legacy. I
Yeah.
think in Afrikaans I can say it better. I don't know if I can. In
Yes, you can
Afrikaans,
go ahead.
in Afrikaans sê Paulus dat my meetsnore het vir my lieflike plekke geval, my erfenis is vir my mooi,
Mooi.
en hy het dit gesê toe hy gelewe het, wat beteken he was living his legacy. So
Mm-hmm.
I think we must train and equip our young people to live. And this is the way. This is actually the way, Elvira. This is the way
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
train them this way, to go out there and train them, tell them about visions and stuff like that. And you know, the thing is, what you have said about the personal emblem, that was shocking to me. I was like, wow, awesome. You know, it's like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can wait for the church to open, because I want to tell every church person in church, every member,
I'm
get
a
yourself.
lion. I'm an eagle. Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you,
exactly.
Pastor.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing such exciting stuff. I'm super excited with you and your wife, with what God is going to do in your lives and where God is going to take you. Well, it is amazing. You know what? Habakkuk says, write the vision down and make it plain. Whoever that sees it will run with it. Now, imagine we are sharing it here, you know. So now I know what Pastor Roberto is all about. And I understand. And the moment that if I see him, I see that eagle. All right. Before we go into preaching, because we are doing speaking in generally, let me give over to Dr. Leah. Kindly share with us what is your vision board about to. And I just want to also say hi to the viewers again. I see Nathan is watching with us, and Talita, Ernest, Charmaine, um, just hang in there. You are learning something completely new. Dr. Leah, let me give over to you. Kindly share your vision board with us and what is Leah all about.
Thank you, Apostle, for the opportunity to share my vision board. I hope it's not as boring as Pastor Roberto's. I was enjoying
No.
everything he was saying. So this is my vision board, and
Wow.
I'll be showing you from my webcam. And I'm all about faith. I'm all about wisdom, and I'm all about spirituality. So
Awesome.
this is me. Those are my three values. So I put my emblem, my logo here. I created it myself. And just to remind me all the time, there's a lion here. So always to remind me that I am bold, I am fearless, and I am ready to take over the world. And then
Amazing.
I put the lion to walk on the self, that I walk by the Spirit of God, and always remind myself to live by the word. So I wrote down here, I wrote it down here, stay in the
Stay in
word.
the word.
Yes.
Awesome. So you
So my
grounded.
vision, so my vision board, first, the thing you can see is the world in my hands.
Okay.
So so I have a vision that I will travel the world. My vision is to travel the world. I want to travel the world. I want to see everything that God created, the beauty, the seas, the oceans, the valleys, everything. I want to see it.
Amazing.
Yes. And then there's a lion here also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are in the
And
tribe
then,
of Judah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
And in the center of my vision board is to remind me of my vision, which is always to help women grow spiritually and build positive mental thinking. So
Mhm.
I put it in the center to remind me that that's my primary focus.
Okay, that's
Yes.
amazing. Okay.
And below I put to start a group of worshippers at my house. This was something I was discussing with my husband, because every
Wow.
time I go to church, I mostly concentrate on the worshiping rather than on the sermon, because I want the worship to go longer and longer and longer, and then they just cut it. And then I'm like, why? So I just decided,
Okay.
okay, let me just put all the worshippers together in my house, and then we can
And then
go
you can
as long
worship
as we want to.
all day long,
Yes.
all night long. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
So I also have on my vision board to buy a big house, and I put my family there.
All
I
right.
really want a big house, like an awesome house. And then
Amazing.
yes. And
That's
then
awesome.
from there, I also want to go into real estate. And then also, I have to finish my PhD.
All right. That is amazing. You will do it.
Yes. And when Pastor Roberto was talking, one thing that I had forgotten that popped back into my mind, is like the Spirit of God just placed it back in my spirit, is to give away 100 Bibles per year. I had this as like my resolution plan in January, but then I thought maybe it's not possible. My finances, you just know, all the reasons just came to just tell me probably not. So now it's resurrecting. I really need to have this by December. I need to distribute about 100 Bibles.
Amazing. It shall be so. Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Leah, for sharing your life with us and your vision. And I'll be coming to that big house. I don't know where in the world it's going to be, but I have to come to see that thing coming to
Yes,
pass.
you should.
Okay. So thank you. So exciting, and it's great to also meet lions out there. My personal
Yeah.
emblem is also to do with the lion. Okay, I'm going to give over to Jennifer to just share what is on her heart. Jennifer and I will be sharing our vision boards next week, Tuesday, and explain it nicely. But I just want to just share whatever's on her heart concerning her vision and stuff. Then after her, I'll just round up by sharing and telling you how to design your vision. And maybe next week you can post a picture of your vision on my profile. And I would ask Pastor Roberto to take a picture, Dr. Leah, take a picture. Let's post it out there and say Leah's vision. Let's inspire the people. Somebody is hearing this for the first time, and that person's life is about to change. Jennifer, kindly share your thoughts on vision.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Apostle. I really don't know how to say thank you to Apostle Elvira. Because if I can just flash back, let's say 2-3 weeks ago, I was sort of in a stagnation type of life. And since this program has started, it seems like new waves have moved into my brain, and I'm starting things,
Wow.
seeing other things that I didn't see for years. And you come at a point where you feel content, where you feel, okay, it's now enough, I'm fine. But since I started with this program, and I even read the book twice, I decided, no. And this morning when I woke up, one of the big things that I woke up was I need to continue with my studies. And that's a
Wow.
big thing for me.
You can talk to me about
On my
it afterwards.
on my way of life, it was one of the lowest scores in education and personal development. And you actually give me that oomph this morning to
Yeah.
say, but I need to pick up my books again. I need to do something with myself. I need to leave a legacy.
That's
And
right.
I could recall my mother. She was a teacher. She passed away 4 years ago. And she studied until, let's say, over 50s. And I told myself, I also want to say one day, and I want people to refer to me and say, this woman was studying. She was studying in the university, Rose, and she was 70 or 80. That's what I want.
That is a legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my vision board, I actually got very excited because the hour before I have to start with my vision board, I got the magazines and I started cutting out, and it was so exciting, but I'm not done yet. But in
Okay.
my vision, what I have in my vision is I'm busy with my farmhouse, and I want to
Wow.
complete that farmhouse, like I said last week, with the big coal stove cooking there, and with all the in gardening. That is one of my new things that I want to explore on, doing some gardening, planting. And now with the COVID-19 and lockdown of all the shops and things are so limited, it actually wakes me up to say, but girl, you need to have your own garden at home. So
Yeah.
definitely that is one of the things that I will start my own little garden in my backyard. And I'm very excited to start that. And coming into my vision spiritually is just to draw more closer and closer and have that intimate, more deep relationship with God. And I think of the day when I'm not doing official work. I want to work with women and children and girls, and I want to go like in full force for God.
Yes.
That's my dream. Because one day when I'm not here, I want to be remembered as a praying woman, as a woman of faith, as a woman
Wow.
that was working for God, that was serving the Lord. Because
Mhm.
and I think Dr. Laya, when you when you invite the people for the worship, I'm there. Count
Hey.
me in there. I love worship. And I
Me
also
too,
share
please.
the same sentiment. When it's worship time, I don't want it to stop. So I will
Already have
definitely be there.
members.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's one of my favorite parts on Sundays, the worship. And that's the
Um,
most part that I'm missing.
Sister Jennifer,
And
I also love worship.
Me too.
I
that's
have
the
a flow
best part.
ministry when it comes to worship. I have a flow ministry. Just lay down.
No,
Yes.
no, that's actually the best part. It's all about the worship for me. And then,
Yeah.
like Dr. Leah said, sometimes it's not about the word. It's
Yeah.
about the worship. So that's
Mm.
one of the things that I want to do. And looking at my on my finances, my vision that I have on my finances, I'm very financially disciplined, and I'm
Awesome.
someone
Wow.
with the bank. I don't like debts. Seeing all the finance charges and the interests, I don't like it. So that's one of
Mm.
my biggest dreams and visions, to pay off my debts, to live a debt-free life. Because one of
Mhm.
my role models, my grandfather was a very financially disciplined man, and I learned a lot from him. And that's one of the things that I have taken for myself, to say I also want to retire like him, without any debt, without owing anyone. And I'm leading a group of 13 young women at our church, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to impartate on them: financial
Wow.
discipline, not to make any how should I say it, unnecessary debt.
Yes.
And I was even telling my daughters the other day, there's only two debts that you need to make that is essential, and that is your house and your car. All other things you need to buy cash. If you can't buy it cash, you need to save. And one of my key things is savings. And one of
I
the things
think
that
you
I
should,
vision.
Jenny, I think you should be doing like a 10-minute session or another night on finances. Some
Yes.
coaching on, it looks like you're
Mm,
passionate about it. Yes.
mm,
Yeah, no, I'm very passionate, hate it, and I love saving. So I'm to be in that habit of saving. The moment you start saving, you don't use it's quite a good that I've learned. So that's also trying them to be financially stable, to be independent, and to have a debt-free life. So that's one
Okay.
of the things that I will have on my vision. And one of the things that, you know, a healthy body and a healthy soul, it's then you are fine. So one of the key things for me in mission is my health. Living a healthy lifestyle,
Yes.
exercising, making sure I'm eating the right food, not
Wow.
feeding my too much carbs. So one of my and my goals to a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that I'm having. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing that with us. We're looking forward to your vision board next week. Then you'll be sharing that part with us. And I want to thank the viewers that still tuned in. I'm just going to quickly do a roundup, then we are done for tonight. Um, this has been so much exciting. You know, just listening to my team members, we can learn something from each one. And the moment you start to share your heart, it's you know, it brings that vibes and impartation on other people where you also feel that you want to change. Well, I just want to show you how to design your vision actually. Um, Not the vision statement as such, but how to just divide it into different parts. Okay, I hope you can see here. I'll just be lifting up the camera again closer. All right. Yeah, if you can see here, there's different parts and categories on how to actually find out your vision. And the order is quite important. It's important to put God first, family, ministry in the third place. It can be ministry, business, work. I've just make a column for business as well and a column for other things. Because many times we put our ministries or our work before God, or our business, or sometimes even our marriage partners before God. And then if things doesn't work out the way it should and it collapses, then we come back to God and ask, so what happened? And you know, so it's important to put God first there and then your family. Sometimes we that is in ministry find ourselves trapped between ministry, you know, and family. And sometimes we put ministry before family, but that's not the order. It is God, family, ministry, or business and other. So I've done the column thing because you can design a personal vision on just what do you want to change in your relationship with God. So you can put it under that column. In your family, what do you want to change? Let's say, for instance, with God, I want to draw closer to him, which means what will I do? Spend more time with him in devotion, worshiping, reading the Bible, just sometimes sit and chat with him. It doesn't mean going to church. Going to church is part of just ministry. But I'm talking about your personal relationship with God when the pastor is not around and nobody's watching you. What are you doing? Okay, so on that, on in that line next to God, the column of God is family. So with family, what do you want to change with your family? Is it, do you want to spend more time? And in spending more time, what do you want to do with them? Quality time. Then it could be things like movie nights, you know, building puzzles, cooking together, baking together, reading together, having devotion together. There's different things that you can do in the family column, and it's important to put it under your vision, to enlarge your vision so that the vision is not just out there. It's small little steps that you can actually improve. I like what Jennifer said. I want to do my own garden. I mean, it is something small, something in a yard, but it's something that brings her joy, and it's something she wants to do for a long time. So put those practical things in that column, you know. And then in ministry, There'll be different things as we are doing different ministries, but it's not just the ones doing ministry. You can now say there your job. What is the things in your job that you want to change? Some of the weak things that you want to work on, grow in, you put it into that column. And if you don't have a job, but you have a business, then what is the things that you want to change in your business? How far do you want your business to go? What is the new customers you want to reach? Maybe you need some marketing skills and you need to grow in marketing your product. Or maybe you need to work on you as a marketer. Maybe it's your presentation. Maybe it's the way the product are being presented. So you look in different kind of things. How can I grow my business? Maybe you have a business idea, but it's not even registered. Those are the things you need to write in that column. What do you want to do? And the other, I said holidays. I said, what car is it that you want to drive? What's your dream car? You know, what do you want to do? Is there CDs coming out? Is there more books coming out? What is it? So put it in different categories, write it down. And then when you build the vision board, it is amazing to see that we've touched on certain things. So you can build a vision board that is very big, that incorporate all these aspects, or you can focus, okay, I want to build a vision board for ministry, you know, and then you do that vision board. So I just wanted to share those practical things, how to design the vision, not just the statement, but all the dreams. So when you put it up the wall, the moment you see TV, let's say you want to do media. So the moment you see TV, you understand what it is. And later you can narrow it down for you. Like I said, then you go get a designer in, let them print for you, have it on your flat screen, have it on your phone, carry it with you, have it as a stick on your car. So you decide what is the most important things. But it's good to have the whole broad view and to see how can you grow. In that vision, incorporate your family, incorporate your children. You want better schools for your children. How are you going to reach there? How are you going to do that? So yes, we have actually come to the end of tonight's session. We are on 1 hour, but I've been enjoying myself here, and I can see my team members have been enjoying themselves. And I see Nelsie is still around, and Dorlin is still around. And so go out there, take a pen, take a book, and sit down. You know what? Our president just extended this lockdown. So I don't know how it's going to influence, yes, to the 2nd of June, I think, and how it's going to influence our lives. Some things are going to open up and all that. But now I say to myself, listen, yeah, now it's the time you go for your exercises. You are not going to stay here in your house anymore. Now it's time to do something about it. So what an awesome time and awesome year 2020 is. We are so sorry for the people that has died, but it's a year of reflection. It's a year where we can just look into ourselves and we can go out there and make a difference. Okay, I'm getting so excited and I must just hold back. We haven't touched on the practical steps and the goal setting tonight because it was important for me to share. So we can't really go on longer. So we'll see if we can do that next week, but we start with the vision boards again. So I'll be inviting Jennifer still on to maybe share. I'll just see if it's not Tuesday, then it is Thursday. I'll come in contact with her. And then I want to go through with this thing and the goal setting. And maybe next week will be the end of the session. But I'm just thinking maybe we can get some people on board, some experts on business and some experts on health, and have another Zoom meeting and impart people, you know, and then we get some professionals, maybe a medical doctor speaking. I don't know. My mind is just going all over the place. So, but I want to thank you for sharing your life with us and just sharing your hearts and, you know, and teaching. It might not look, it's a great impact at the moment, but let me tell you, if you change 2 people's lives or 1 person's life, you are changing a generation. So I like the vibe here. I like the positivity. I like the fact that we all go-getters. We're going to make some changes. And you guys have been an inspiration tonight to me. And I want to tell the viewers, thank you so much for coming on board. Thank you for sticking around in this coaching set. Your life will not be the same. There's transformation coming. Things are already changing for you. The way you think, the way you sound, the way you present yourself, the way you come out on the other side of this lockdown, it has changed permanently. Leah, Pastor Roberto, and Jennifer, I just want you shortly give your closing remarks, and then we're going to say goodbye till next week. Dr. Leah, kindly give us your closing remarks. Yes,
First of all, I'd like to also thank you, Apostle, for getting me involved in this. I've been growing so much, and I didn't even know that the lockdown was broken. So I think I'll do a lot more of reflection. But I thank you, Apostle, for having me involved in this program. I'm really my mind is being pushed to think, to analyze, to see where I am and where I'm headed. And I really thank you. And I'm hoping others are growing the same way I am.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for being with us tonight. I have enjoyed you so much, and we'll see each other again. Pastor Roberto, kindly share with us your closing remarks.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much, Apostle Elvire. I really appreciate it. I have not read your book yet. The whole book, I've not read it yet, but I'm looking forward to go back and read your book, to get your book and to read it. And so I'm excited. And yeah, I can't wait for more to come out during the course of this time. And I want to encourage each and every young person and every person that is on this Facebook live stream. The Bible says that my volk gaan deurgronde in gebrek van kennis. So I would just like to thank Elvira for this wisdom that is coming out. And so stay tuned because more is coming. And I'm excited.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you, Pastor Roberto. I've been enjoying you tonight. I like positive people. I like people that is going somewhere. I like to surround me with the right crowd of people. Thank you so much. It has been a privilege. Jennifer, kindly give us your closing remarks.
Thank you. First of all, our Heavenly Father remembered me through Apostle to be on know, because its dream came true, something that I was looking for. So I say thank you very much for seeing me and connecting with me. And then in less than weeks, I've learned a lot. And I feel in my transformation is happening already in my life. And I'd like to encourage the viewer, invite as much as possible people.
You are breaking up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Encourage the viewer to invite as possible people to tune in on this program and Thursday night. Exciting. You learn a lot. It's like for people like they stop dreaming. So it's also open your vision again, and this brings us a lot in that worshiping with God, and building a relationship with God and with people. So yes, it's a great program. I really enjoy it. Please don't stop. Elvira, keep on going. It's really meaning a lot to me, and I believe and it means a lot to a lot of people that listen. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Jennifer. You've been breaking up a bit, but I hear that you have been growing a lot and you are thankful and you appreciate the program. Thank you so much. So I just want to appreciate the people that has tuned in with us. I see Maranatha, Nelsie, Dorleen, Jennifer, Leah, Thank you so much. And for those that have just tuned in, we've been discussing on vision boards, and people are actually designed their vision boards because they're on their way somewhere. I want to invite you to go and do it. And if you don't have my ebook, Let's Grow, kindly inbox me, Elvire Theron. Your email address, I'll be sending it to you, and then you can work through it. It's free for now. Normally you pay something for it, but for now it's free. It's my way of giving to the community and raising up people. But this is the time where dreams are going to come alive. Thank you so much, team members, and thank you for viewers. May God bless you and may great things happen in your life. Good evening. Bye-bye.
So